Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the Thai Expat Daily Show. I'm Kieran Mack and delighted that you've been able to tune in with us yet again for another show. Now, before we do get started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when the next podcast or show is available on the platform. Now, if you like listening to us on a podcast player, look down below in the description. You'll find a link. It'll take you to a website where all the available podcast players can be found. And finally, if you want to support the show, if you like the show, you can do so in a couple of ways. The first and easiest way is just to become a channel member here on YouTube. Link down below in the description. For 100 baht a month, you'll get some emojis that you can use during live chats or during the current chat on a video. You'll also have a little star beside the name to show that you're a valued member of the Thai Expat Daily Show community. And you'll also get this podcast as soon as it's uploaded onto the site. Normally about 8 p.m. I'll upload it, but it doesn't go live until 7 a.m. Another method is to just simply buy me a coffee, and the link is down below in the description for buymeacoffee.com. So now that's all done and dusted, let's jump into the top stories today. And the first one, UNESCO certifies Songkran as part of humanity's intangible cultural heritage. That's quite a mouthful, all right. UNESCO has officially recognized Songkran, the traditional Thai New Year festival, by issuing a certificate that designates it as part of humanity's intangible cultural heritage. This recognition comes in accordance with the Intergovernmental Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage held in Botswana. Now, Govt Pakamart, the Director General of the Cultural Promotion Department, revealed that the Thai government is planning an elaborate celebration of Songkran from April 1st to the 21st this year. The aim is to showcase the traditional festival as a key element of Thailand's soft power and a major tourist attraction. During this period, festivities are scheduled to take place across all provinces, with an emphasis on promoting the cultural significance of Songkran. Additionally, Pakamart shared details about the upcoming Chinese New Year festival set to occur from February 4th to 14th. Now, it is expected approximately 3.5 million air travelers, a significant portion hailing from China, will utilize Thailand's 6 main airports. The influx will be facilitated by over 3,000 special flights from China. In preparation for the surge in arrivals, the Ministry of Transport has instructed Airports of Thailand, the entity managing most airports in the country, including Suvarnabhumi and Don Mueang Airport, to bolster staff numbers. AOT will also collaborate with various agencies such as immigration authorities to ensure a smooth and efficient arrival process. Now, Kiriwat Kitawamat, the CEO of AOT, highlighted that the Thai government has taken steps to streamline the entry process for Chinese tourists. Tourists holding Chinese or Kazakh passports are now exempt from the requirements of a pre-travel visa, making it more convenient for them to travel to Thailand. So, looks like it's going to be a busy Chinese New Year. I just read an article today where they basically were discussing that about 49,000 people a day are going to be going through Phuket International Airport. That's just there alone, which is an ungodly amount of people. So I see 49,000 reasons not to travel via Phuket Airport at the moment. But in terms of Songkran, great if you want to organize festivities from April 1st to 21st. But when you're doing it, make sure that you keep in mind that when you have lots of celebrations, people get on the roads, they drive crazy, they drive drunk, they drive high, and these are the things you need to look out for. Not just do your 7 days of danger over the Songkran period, but you're going to have to do it for 3 or 4 weeks. Get police out on the road and make sure that people going to these festivals are getting home safe and alive, and that is very, very important. But we'll move on to the very next, and that is Thais among top social media users. Not really a surprise here, but Thailand is among a global leaders in time spent on social media and number of users of Facebook, YouTube, TikTok and e-commerce, according to a digital report. The nation makes the top 20 in many categories, with social media usage averaging 2.3 hours a day. As of January 2024, daily social media usage by Thais ranked 17th globally at 2.31 hours, with the global average at 2.23 hours, according to the Digital 2024 Global Overview report from Data Reportal. The country ranked in the top 10 for for internet usage at 8 hours per day. In terms of social media use, Thailand ranked 5th at 24 hours per month, following Egypt 34, the United Arab Emirates 29, Vietnam 28, and the Philippines 26 hours. Now, Bangkok was among the top 3 cities for Facebook advertising audiences at 13 million user accounts, while Thailand was 9th for the largest national audience with 49 million users. Thai spent 41.3 hours per month watching YouTube via its mobile app, just behind global leader South Korea at 45 hours. Thailand has 18.71 million Instagram users who average 7.4 hours per month on the app. The country ranks 6th for Facebook Messenger users at 35.5 million. Now, for X, formerly known as Twitter, Thailand was 12th with 14.6 million users, with Android users spending 3 hours on the app per month, compared with the global average of 4 hours. The nation is 9th globally for TikTok advertising reach with 44.3 million users. The US, Indonesia, and Vietnam are the top 3. As to time spent on TikTok, Thailand ranked 15th with 38.2 hours per month for Android users. So you can see that Thailand is certainly up there in the social media viewing. Kind of from everything I've seen from living here in Thailand, I would say they should be higher. I sometimes call Thailand, and when you see things, the zombie nation. Everybody seems to be just stuck looking at their phone, looking at YouTube, looking at Facebook. Nobody anymore is interested in looking at the world around them, and that's unfortunate. But it does seem to be the case these days, and this kind of report does still emphasize Thailand is well up in the social media usage. And it's a little, I would find that concerning, because people, when they're staring at phones, they're staring at social media, they're being influenced by what they see as well. And I think that can be a problem socially as well. But we'll move on to the next story anyway. Thai PM seeking Plan B as government waits for the NACC advice on digital wallet scheme. So this is the 10,000 baht giveaway that they promised before they got elected, and they seem to be running into all kinds of problems. The Prime Minister, Srettha Thavisin, is considering alternatives as the government awaits a recommendation from the National Anti-Corruption Commission on the controversial 500 billion baht digital wallet scheme, which aims to provide eligible Thais with 10,000 baht in digital currency. Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin, also the Finance Minister, expressed impatience, stating that there should be a Plan B since the recommendations are delayed. The NACC subcommittee studying the scheme recently advised against implementation, citing the lack of a serious economic crisis and warning of potential corruption. Originally an election promise of the Pheu Thai party, the project has been indefinitely postponed, leading to a public debate. A leadership poll by Rangsit University College of Leadership and Social Innovation found that 62.2% of over 500 leaders disagreed with the money distribution plan, calling for its abandonment. Another 21.3% suggested postponement or careful consideration, while only 13% favoured the project. The survey conducted in January included leaders from various sectors. Now again, my thing with this has always been that there's no need to be giving out 10,000 baht to 50 something point 50. I think it works out about 50 million people. The eligible people, or the people who are not eligible, are people who earn over 70,000 baht or have more than 500,000 baht in savings in an account. So these people are not eligible, and it works out about 50 million people don't fall into that, so they'd be eligible for the 10,000. Now for me, I think 500 billion baht will be better served and better spent on homeless people here in the country, people on in dire need of money, improving education and things like this, and improving just the basic living standards of Thais, because I think that money could be used much better. And I think a lot of people seem to start to agree with this, because I've seen a lot of comments online as well going, with the 10,000 baht, you can only spend it in certain shops. It seems to be going to be going to always the big boys, the big shops. The little mom and pop shop aren't going to be able to use it, because a lot of these shops aren't even registered, for tax and whatnot. So they wouldn't even be eligible to be participating in it. So of course it's going to go to your CP, your 7-Elevens, all these kind of places, which is, it's just feeding the rich guys anyway. So what's the point of it? But I do hope they come to some common sense, maybe spend the money, as I said, on education, on helping the people who are in dire need in this country. And there's a lot of poor people in this country who could do with help. And I think, and also older people in this country. I mean, there's no such thing as really as a pension here in this country. So looking after your elderly should be something they should be thinking about doing too. So, but I'd love to know what you think about all of this, and comments down below in the comment section as always. Now, moving along, this is an interesting story that's come out the last couple of days. The government may cut the alcohol sale ban. So anybody here in Thailand know between 2 and 5, I think it is, you're not allowed to purchase 2 to 5 or 3 to 5. You're not allowed to purchase alcohol here in the country. Now, the reason for it, many people are a bit confused. It used to, people thought it was to stop people getting drunk in the afternoon. There's another story that it was brought in by the junta many years ago to stop civil servants getting drunk in the afternoon when they're meant to be at work. So I don't know which one it is, but we'll cover the story. Anyway, the Thai government is considering lifting the ban on alcohol sales between 2 and 5 p.m. to support its tourism promotion policy. Public Health Minister Chalnan Serkau plans to discuss the proposal from the Thai Alcoholic Beverages Business Association with the Government Alcohol Beverage Control Committee. Although the ban isn't part of the Alcohol Beverage Control Act and was introduced in 1972, the committee will evaluate its impact on tourism. A decision is expected by February 15th, and if approved, the proposal will move to the National Alcoholic Beverage Policy Committee for final endorsement. TABA, which is basically the Alcohol Beverage Business Association, believes lifting the ban will benefit tourism, especially with the upcoming Thai-Chinese visa-free scheme on March 1st. They also urged the government to enhance measures against alcohol-related accidents and illegal sales to those under 20 years of age. The aim is to implement the change by early April, coinciding with the Songkran festival. So this is their plan. They believe it's going to boost tourism. I actually, honestly, I just don't understand. They really will kind of cling on to anything to try condone getting rid of the 2 to 5 ban. Look, I don't really care about the 2 to 5 ban. Actually, I don't think it impacts tourists at all whatsoever. If you're a tourist and you're in a hotel, hotels serve between 2 and 5. It doesn't actually apply to hotels. Most bars that you go to in these areas like Pattaya, Patong and these places, they're serving between 2 and 5. So, it's kind of a silly thing to suggest that, well, it's going to improve tourism and, and because of it, and tie it to the Chinese visa-free scheme. It's a little bit silly. Just say, listen, we want to get rid of it because it doesn't make sense anymore. You don't need to talk about Chinese New Year and the visa-free scheme. None of that actually applies to this. But it is funny is how they try to hook it onto it as if it has something to do with it. But for me, I don't really care, to be frank and honest with you. If Thailand decides it wants to ban alcohol between 2 to 5, it's its country. Let it do what it wants to do. But I'd love to know what you think down below in the comment section, as always. Now, moving along, there was 2 stories like this recently, and this is one of them. British teacher arrested for indecent acts on Phuket international student. Immigration officers in Nong Hoi sub-district of Chiang Mai apprehended Mr. Tyler, 38, a British suspected of taking a minor for sexual activity 10 years ago. They handed him over to the investigating officer at Shillong Police Station, Phuket Province in southern Thailand. Mr. Tyler's arrest warrant dated January 12, 2024 was granted by Phuket Provincial Court on the accusation of taking a minor above the age of 15 but under the age of 18 from his father, mother, guardian or caretaker without reasonable cause. Tyler has lived in Thailand since 2014, where he teaches at an international school in Phuket. During that time, he escorted a 16-year-old foreign female student from the international school to do indecent acts at a residence in Shillong Sub-District, Muang, Phuket District. The first occasion was on December 9th, 2014. The second time occurred on April 2nd, 2015. When the girl's parents and the school learned about the incident, the school conducted an investigation and terminated the British man's teaching contract. The mother waited for her daughter to finish her education in Thailand first. She then reported the incident to Shillong Police Investigating, who proceeded to charge Tyler. Investigations then collected various evidence and requested permission from the Phuket Provincial Court to issue an arrest warrant for Mr. Tyler. The immigration police investigated and found he had moved to live with his Thai wife in Chiang Mai since 2016. They arrested him and took him to the investigating offices of Shillong Police Station in Phuket Province for prosecution. This is a really odd story. So the actual offence took place in 2014, and he's been living in Thailand since then. He's been teaching up in the north of Thailand. So when did the mother actually notify the police? I mean, if she was 16 then, this is a rather peculiar story. I mean, or has the police literally done nothing since 2014? The story doesn't really make particular amount of sense when you read back through it. It looks like that he had some kind of indecent contact with the girl in 2014, 2015. She was 16 years of age. The mother then waited till she had all her schooling done before reporting it to the police. So if she was 16, but even if she waited 2 years, that would be 2018. Have the police done nothing for it? I mean, this happened 10 years ago. It's very strange story. But also the guy, I mean, if you're, accused of something like that, wouldn't you think you would have gotten a plane and gotten out of the country as quick as possible? I mean, you wouldn't have hung around. I mean, that's the way I would think about this too. I mean, you wouldn't hang around. I mean, Thailand's the last place you want to be put in jail for any period of time. So it does seem rather peculiar. This story I'm definitely going to follow up on a bit more because it doesn't make that much sense to me. And the timeline of 10 years is very strange. And, I'll try to research this story a bit more and find out, a bit more about it for you. But that is it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll bring you some more news tomorrow and the next day after that. This week, I hope to do 4 to 5 shows, so hopefully you'll tune in for all of them. As always, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't forget, even share it. But as they say, that is it for today. Thanks for your support as always, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, and thanks again. But ultimately, with this story or anything else that stood out to you today, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Because yes, this is a news show, but it's also a conversation. Now keep that conversation going. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and do all the good stuff that does help that YouTube algorithm. But ultimately, my name is Kieran Mack. You've been listening to the Thai Expat Daily Show, and we will see you next time.